Hey guys, it's Melanie here. Welcome back to my channel. Guess what we're gonna make today? Do I get flashing neon lights? Woo, woo. Crochet headband with a little twisty guy here in the front. Really simple, basic, beginner friendly. And I made this one a little bit thicker just so that I could show you kind of what it looks like on. It could even be kind of like a messy bun beanie almost, because it covers a good portion of my head. First link down below is my blog post where I will have the different colors. These are different yarn weights, so they kind of work a little bit differently. So all of that will be there. I don't want to go into all that here in this video because I just want to get to the tutorial. But first link down below is my blog post. And as always, my blog posts have tons of extra information. I hope this is helpful for you. I hope you enjoy making this crochet headband with a twist. Let's jump right into the video. I'm going to show you how to make it. All right, everybody, let's get started with this crochet headband. I am going to recommend a worsted weight yarn in a solid color, but obviously pick whatever you want. We are not going to be using stitch count on this. We're going to be going off of size. So you can modify this and change it around and use whatever kind of yarn you want. I'm going to have a chart on my blog that will have common sizes if you are going to make this as a gift and you don't have that person to measure their head. So I'll have that for you. All right, so I am using a 4.5 millimeter hook. We are going to start with a slip knot. And our foundation chain, yarn over. Let the crochet hook do the work for you. You're going to use the hook that's recommended on the label. Now here's how long the foundation chain needs to be. The size of your head doubled. So mine is about 21 inches. All right, so that's going to be 42 inches. Create your foundation chain the right length that you need. I'll let you know how many chains mine ends up being, but go ahead and stitch it to about 45 inches. Measured my chain and it's doubled over, ending over here at the 21. Now we're going to be doing my favorite stitch, which is the half double crochet. I love this stitch because it's really fast. It looks nice. It's got, you know, a good bit of stretch to it, but it's still warm enough to be a ear warmer or a crochet headband. We are going to yarn over and insert our hook in the second chain from the hook. Yarn over, and I have been going underneath the top two strands. It's technically the right way to do it. But if you like just doing one, that's totally fine. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through. We've got 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all of them. All right, that's all there is to it. The dynamic part is the twist. And you all know how that's what I love to do. I like to make projects that are really simple, really basic, but there's like an extra special touch. Maybe that's the color, maybe that's the yarn choice. In this case, a fun little twist that will add to give it that special dynamic touch. Okay, so that's the half double crochet. Go ahead and do that half double crochet all the way down your chain. So we are here at the end. Look at all that yumminess that I just did. End of your foundation chain. Let me just show you the last stitch. See, there's one more stitch in here. Half double crochet. Then we're going to chain 1, turn our work. And it's really simple. The great thing about this half double crochet is you don't have to do anything fancy. So we're gonna just put our first half double crochet right here in this first stitch. So that chain 1 is not counting as a stitch, it's just a turning chain. So we're gonna yarn over and insert right here. And I love this stitch because you can really get in a nice groove and complete this really quickly, making this great for beginners, newer crocheters, or if you don't crochet very often but you like to make some Christmas gifts or birthday gifts. So there you go. 1 half double crochet in each, going all the way down. You're going to do that until you reach about this wide. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rows. And it's about 2.5 inches wide because remember, it's going to be doubled up. So go ahead and push pause here. You can also head over to my blog and print out your instructions if you want to head over to the couch. The link will be in the first link below. So go ahead and finish your rows and then we will put our headband together. All right, so I'm going to switch over to my blue one. The first thing we need to do is make the twist. So you will need a yarn needle for this. I'm going to use this metal one. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is determine your right side and wrong side. It's not a huge deal, honestly, because this is very similar on both sides, but you can kind of see this is the front of our foundation chain. So this is the right side. So we're going to do that face down. All right, then we're going to bring up our sides. And I'm just keeping my yarn connected for now. So you're going to cross it and then go back, cross it again, like that. So the front should look like this. Let me show you that one more time. So this is our wrong side. Bring in our sides here. We're going to cross it. And then we're going to cross it again, like that. And then these two ends are going to get connected back here. I like to grab a pin or a clip or a chip clip or whatever you have, doesn't matter, and clip that. That way I don't lose track. And then we can kind of fiddle with it in our hands and make sure we're good. So if by chance, you can try this on your head like this while it's clipped. If by chance it's too large, that's okay. You'll just bring in your tails and you'll have a little bit of an overlap when you sew it together. No big deal. If it's too small, that's also fine. Keep your yarn attached and just do a couple of rows going long ways to create a little bit longer piece. And it'll be on the back of your head. It'll be fine. There's no use in like ripping all this out to fix that, okay? So just add a little chunk to the end. So what's gonna happen, let's cut the yarn, leave yourself a nice long tail. And what's gonna happen is we're gonna sew the short sides together and then we're gonna sew this seam. But first let's do these short sides. So here's the loop from the hook. Just pull the yarn through that and tighten that down. Thread your needle and we're gonna go back and forth. Not a ton of rules to this. The biggest thing is making sure that it's secure. You wanna go under, that would be going under 1 strand. If you can get under 2 strands, that's a little bit better. But we want this to lay nice and flat. We don't wanna add too much extra bulk. It's gonna be up against your head, so we wanna make sure it's comfortable. We're done with our back seam. First, we want to make sure that the twist is in the center. So insert your hands so that the twist and the seam are on the same side so that that seam ends up on the back. And then what we're going to do is sew from the inside. Because we don't want to see it, we want the exterior seam to not look like there's anything happening. So we're going to do everything from the inside. We want to actually grab some of the stitches on the inside like here. We don't want to grab this stitch because this one here is going to be on the outside, and so we want to attach parts of the stitch that are from the inside. And then we'll come across to this side. Now that I've done a few stitches, let's look at what it looks like on the other side. So see, it's attached here, but it's going to be beautiful around this outside edge. You're not even going to really notice that there's a seam, which is what we want. We want it to be like, how'd they do that twist? That is the whole point of kind of being careful as you sew this seam together. So now remember, this is going to be on your head. So it's going to be stretched slightly. We sized it so that it's not going to be tight and uncomfortable, but it is going to be stretched slightly. And so we need to take a look at that and just make sure we connect up to that point. Once you get there, I like to just make a quick little knot. Leave a loop and come back through. Tighten that down. And then weave in that tail just a little bit. I'll go one direction, then I'll go back another direction, and then we can trim. All right, so there is our one side. So now on this side, we're going to want to straighten this out. And I'm going to start back from this side and go around again from the inside, doing the exact same thing. Kind of use my hands and make sure everything's laying flat. And then from the inside, sew it up until this point. So go ahead and finish your headband. Look, we're almost done. All right, everyone, look. We finished it. There you have it. Not too bad, right? What'd you guys think? What do you think of the green? I love being able to make these in different colors, different yarn weights. What you have on hand, this doesn't take a ton of yarn, so if you've got a stash of yarn, all the ones I used were just out of my yarn stash. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thumbs up, subscribe. It really helps YouTube know that my channel is worthwhile to show people in the YouTube feed and try to keep up with the YouTube algorithm. So it's really helpful, all that to say. It's like putting a little tip in my tip jar. I really, really appreciate it. I appreciate you letting me share handmade with you, and I'll see you in the next video.